time management Toastmaster Pranav. All right.
Thank you, T. Modi. So, I would like to ask one question to all of you. Who is the biggest troublemaker or kind of enemy in all of your lives? Well, some of you will tell your wife, some will say girlfriend or boyfriend. But for me, the biggest troublemaker has been procrastination. It's been horrible, and I have been a person who's been affected by it so much. Now, I'm here to deliver something on time management. It's very relevant to me because I came late for today's meeting, number one point. Now, I would like to share two events with all of you. The first event being what made me start practicing time management. Now, everyone must be thinking maybe he listened to some inspirational speech, he read some books and started doing it. That was not the case. One person did it for me. It was none other than Rajinikanth. Now, when you go for Rajinikanth first day, first show, how many Rajini fans here, by the way? Great. Our Guru Prasad sir. Sir, if you have a meeting at 6 a.m. in the morning and FDFS show of Rajinikanth's Darbar, which will you go for? Who cares the meeting? Exactly. This is what I did. I was never an early riser in my life. But on that day, 2007, Shivaji the Boss, FDFS, 5 a.m. show. I got up at 3:45 in the morning, kept an alarm, rushed to the theatre, and was there at 4:30 just to watch the title card and Tarayor's intro. Now, what made me and what was the lesson I learned by not practicing time management? It happened last month at IIT when I gave my speech, Level 1 Project 4. I had prepared pretty well. I came and delivered a speech. See, in Gandhinagar Club, the timer sits right opposite to you like that. But on that day, he was sitting in a different place, slightly different place. I didn't notice him properly. And I just went with my own pace. I spoke very quickly, I finished. And the person sitting next to me said, hey, very good job. I was happy. But when the timer read his report, I found I was disqualified. Then I found I finished much ahead of time. I not even met the minimum qualifying time. So it taught me a lesson, you should not be too much ahead of time sometimes. Now, coming to the time management techniques, all of you, or many of you must know Robin Sharma. So he taught three important techniques. The first one was the 20-20-20 rule. Get up in the morning 5 a.m., which I have not yet followed. Spend the first 20 minutes on exercising, makes your brain sharp. The next 20 minutes, spend it on prioritizing and planning your day. And the final 20 minutes, read something relevant to your work. The second one is the 80-20 rule, very familiar one. Spend 20% of your time on the high priority tasks and it will fetch you great results. And the final thing that he mentioned was a great point. Invest a lot of time in educating yourself and learning something new every day. Great point, of course. Now, everyone in this room loves using your phones, of course. The only place where you do not use your phones, hopefully in Toastmasters, but also in one more place, in the bathroom. Now, why don't we use phones for more productive purposes like time management? I was reading an article and there are one or two apps like Focus Booster and Resource Time. So what these apps do is they give you weekly and daily reports of your tasks, your deadlines, what you do every day, and it also gives you your time management patterns. What part of your time was spent on which task more. And I noticed one very good point there about time management. See, it's not only about setting deadlines, prioritizing tasks, but please set reminders for yourselves. Because busy people have 100 things to do in a day. You need to set aside reminders for yourself, otherwise you're going to miss doing many activities. So that was one very important point that is still stuck in my head. And finally, let me come to Toastmasters. What a better place than Toastmasters practice time management. The first time I came to Medley, I was awestruck at the way this principle was followed. Seriously. Two things, start time, end time, is given so much importance here, which was wonderful to see. And I started practicing it more when I came to Medley. There are so many people who decide the time management here, right from the sergeant at arms. If he or she sleeps that day or forgets the suitcase, that's it, the meeting is going to start late. And what I noticed was, even when the meeting started late, the role players used to do a great job at adjusting the time and making sure it was finished intact at 5 p.m. And now, all of you know the contest is coming next week, the IAC, much awaited contest. And of course, this is very relevant to that, right? Not only the contestants need to manage time, but look at the timer's job. It's so important. A small mistake he makes, 1 minute or 1 second late in writing down, or when he reports it, he says something else. A great public speaker or even a world champion will lose out on an opportunity to qualify. That is the importance of time. So, on a concluding note, everyone, time waits for no one. Please make time, manage it effectively, and as Medlians, we have been following it. Let's make it our priority. Thank you, and over to you.